Hello everyone, we are back with a good old cushion foundation review, and today we'll be checking out the Skinfood Sodalayer cushion over here. Have y'all heard of Skinfood in a very long time? Me neither. I actually saw this cushion on YesStyle and I was like, ooh, this is kind of interesting. Let me go check it out. So you can pick it up from YesStyle. I paid about $18 for just the cushion alone by itself. There is no refill, unfortunately. So this is, I feel, a little bit more on the pricier side of things. So you can use my code, it's Crystal, to help you save some money off. It is an affiliated code. I just want to take a moment to thank you guys who use my code on YesStyle, because apparently I've hit some like ranking thing. You get, I think, 11%. If I'm not wrong, I have no clue, but it helps you save a little bit more money, so thank you so much. I have no clue what it is, but you watching the video, good enough for me. Please don't feel pressured to use my code. Just thank you. I just want to thank you. This particular cushion itself, the puff, this puff is not one of my favorite puffs ever from my experience using multiple cushion foundations. This feels very flat, like there's not really much bounce to it. It does the job definitely of applying cushion foundation and whatnot have you, but this does not have a lot of bounce to it as compared to maybe like Clio's one, which is well known to be very high quality puffs that offers that very like gel finish when you touch the puff. This does not really feel like that. I'm so sorry, my puff is so nasty and dirty. It's not a puff that it's like, whoa, next level amazing, I will buy multiple refills of it, you know, that kind of thing. For Clio's one, yes, I would do that, but for this, not so much. The packaging itself though, very pretty. I love the aesthetic of it. This minty pastel vibes, very cute. I love it. For the color range, I'll put a picture up here. Number 1 is a tone up cream or tone up cushion, which I personally don't use. Second shade is number 1 light beige. It fits 19 to 22 Korean skin types, which is normally really fair. And the darker shade number 2, which is Sand Beige, which is what I have, is fitting number 22 to 23, which is normally where I fall into. Nowadays it's 23 to 24 almost. It really depends on different Korean foundations because they're not really like standardized, but the rough gauge for me personally is 23 usually. I must say that the color options are quite disappointing, but I must give credit where credit is due because this is probably one of the best matching Korean foundations I've ever found so far. Because look, this actually like fits my skin tone, yellow skin tone, really well, surprisingly. I was a little bit skeptical, not gonna lie. I realized with a lot of Korean cushion foundations, I realized I can wear number 23 foundations, but that is usually with a little bit of help with some bronzer or maybe a little bit of oxidization or a darker powder. Then yes, it will fit my skin tone a little bit better throughout the day. But straight out the gate, this particular cushion foundation is one of the best color matches ever, and I'm very impressed. So if you're anywhere near my skin tone, you might want to check this out. It is unfortunate that they do not have any deeper, darker skin tones. I've said this multiple times in many of my cushion foundation videos. I understand that they are Korean companies, they are marketing it towards like Koreans who are supposed to be fair skin, light skin, that kind of stuff. But I'm sure there are darker tan Koreans out there in Korea, and if you are selling it to an international market, I think you should be slightly more inclusive in a sense. So that's my take on it, and I honestly do not use tone up cushions either personally for me, because I don't want my face and body to look two separate skin tones. I would like everything to look, you know, blended like this. So I'm actually very impressed with the color itself. No bronzer, no contour, no nothing on my face really, so I'm just a bit shocked. So I'm actually really pleased with the color. For reference, I have normal to dry skin type with a little bit of acne prone skin while staying here in Singapore, so it's really a tropical country. It is hot and humid here, and the formula of this is more of a semi-matte finish. Coverage wise, it's light medium at best, because as you can see, my acne scar still peeks through. You definitely need to go in with a concealer on top or below before you apply this cushion foundation to just help cover up that acne if you want to. I believe that this cushion foundation is leaning more towards the moisturizing side of things as well, because throughout the day my skin does not feel tight or the moisture being sucked out of my face. It actually remains very comfortable to wear, which is very impressive. However, because as you can see right now, my skin is looking really glowy just in air conditioned environment. I believe that in hot humid weather, this will slip and fall throughout the entire day. It will smudge. I am not very confident of this staying and dripping onto your face. It does not feel like that kind of foundation. This is the foundation that you would need to set it down with powder. My experience using this with a translucent setting powder on top has been great. I do like the look of it. Of course, the original look and vibe of, you know, glowy skin, you know, that kind of thing is kind of gone, but I do think that this cushion, one, matches my skin, two, makes my skin look like skin, which is something that I've always, you know, looked for in a cushion foundation. So I don't really have much complaints, and it just makes the product work for me. It doesn't really emphasize any additional texture or bumps on my skin despite it having that glow to it. It just makes my skin look like my regular skin, but it doesn't like blur any pores or whatnot have you. It just makes my skin look like skin, which is something I really enjoy. So with a translucent powder setting on top,
editing crystal here, this is how the foundation looks like 8 hours later with a powder on top. You can see it's starting to crease around the smile lines area. I went for dinner, I had mookata, and it was really stuffy and hot with the heat. You can see some product lifting around the nose bridge and the nose area. So in terms of fixing adherence to the skin, I don't think it really holds up that well. But I feel like if you're going to school or office in just regular conditions, in a sense, I think you should be fine, because that's my experience so far. But overall, in hot environment, I don't think so. And in the next clip, I'll be showing you guys how it wears alone by itself for a shorter period of time but without any powder.
It's currently 8:39 and this is how my skin is looking like after 4 to 5 hours of wear. So this is how it's looking like. From afar, I think it looks okay. You can see a lot more of that natural glow is coming through. However, on this side, as you can see, this pimple thing situation going on, this is much more raised, much more prominent right now. And the acne marks here as well is peeking through much more obviously. So just now I felt like it wasn't as obvious. Forehead wise, I think it still looks fine. But overall, it still looks like skin. Also, I didn't wear a mask at all. This is just my bare face going about my day the entire day, since it's now mask free here in Singapore, except for like hospitals at least. So yeah, this is how it looks like wearing throughout the entire day. That's why I feel that in Singapore's context at least, or humid weathers, I really have to set down my foundations. If not, things will slip and slide really fast. Now the question is, would I repurchase this cushion foundation? Oh, this is really tough because I really do like the color match, the finish, everything. However, the fact is that it does not come with a refill, which I think is such a shame. And I would think like in terms of packaging waste and everything, I wouldn't want to repurchase a whole cushion like this by itself. Granted, I love the packaging and everything, but how many of this type of packaging do I really need, honestly? So the game plan is, when I head to Korea in May, I will hit up the Olive Young stores, the Skinfood stores, if there is any. I'm not sure where they are located, but I know Olive Young for sure. I would love to check out if they have any refills of this, and I would definitely purchase refills if there is, like maybe it's like $10, $12, sure. You know, but if I was to repurchase the whole cushion, I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I feel really conflicted because I really don't want to waste more money on that, you know, that kind of stuff. So, if there's a refill, yes. No refill, meh, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. My mood might change. Do you guys have any Skinfood makeup products that you have tried out, or maybe even skincare that you have loved? I would love to hear from you guys, because I've tried only their Propolis Ampule, if I am not wrong. Like that's like way back in like 2017, 2018. So I had perfect skin back then, so I didn't really feel any effect or whatsoever. But now that I've tried out their makeup, which kind of slaps to be honest, I might want to check out Skinfood now. This is very dangerous. Oh no. And if you're looking for a hydrating cushion foundation instead, you can check out this video I did over here. I did review the Kill Cover Found Wear cushion. This one over here, this is leaning more towards a hydrating side of a cushion foundation. So if you're interested in that, you can check it out over there.